The unmistakable age difference between the two is difficult to disregard, regardless of the apparently confused nature of the session. The boxing local area is abuzz with expectation, seeing it as a potential reminder for the YouTube sensation turned contender. Yet there are some waiting worries about the battles. Practicality anyway, Joe Rogan is certain that Titan will convey a devastating catastrophe for Paul. As per Rogan, Jake Paul, in spite of his childhood and blossoming and closing profession, pales correlation with Mike Tyson. The extravagant podcaster states that despite the fact that Tyson is presently more established, his knockout power stays sufficiently impressive to overcome any challenger who crosses his way. There's not a chance in damnation that Jake Paul would make do against the Mike Tyson that beat Marvis Frazier. You at any point watch that battle. That is my #1 Mike Tyson battle, cause that was Mike Tyson before he came out on top of the championship. It was ABC-wide universe of sports, and Joe Frazier had been discussing Tyson that in the event that he was thriving, he beat Tyson, thus he had his child battle Tyson, and it was an execution. It was an execution in examining the Tyson sections. Paul battle, Rogan commented that he couldn't have cared less about Tyson's age of 58, stressing that he was still Mike Tyson. He noticed that Tyson trains with Rafael Cordo, an unbelievable figure in MMA and the head of Ruler's blended combative techniques. As per Rogan, Rafael is an incredibly famous mentor, and seeing him hold the miz for Tyson while Tyson conveys strong strikes exhibits that Tyson actually can cause serious harm. Rogan further added that in this day and age of chemical substitution and high-level nutrients, Tyson benefits from different recuperation methods, including electrical muscle-asation. He referenced that during Tyson's groundwork for the Roy Jones battle, they utilized cutting-edge science. Rogan declared that regardless of Tyson's age of 58, he stays equipped for inflicting any kind of damage. He recommended that assuming Jake Paul were to confront Tyson in the ring and witness Tyson's bouncing and winding around, he would have a snapshot of acknowledgement, contemplating internally, good gracious, that is truly Mike Tyson. Then again, since Jake Paul entered the universe of expert boxing, murmurs of steroid use have followed him now with his profoundly expected session against Mike Tyson. Not too far off, clinical specialists are venturing into the discussion. Additionally, various battle fans have voiced their dissatisfaction with regards to Jake's choice to take on Tyson in the first spot. The Battle Sports People group in quite a while communicated worry for Iron Mike, scrutinizing the insight of him venturing into the ring as of now in his life, given his ongoing well-being. One more component added and alluded to by previous MMA warrior Dylan Donnies is the likelihood that Paul is utilizing steroids. On August 6th, Donnies shared a photograph of a noticeably skin inflammation covered Jake taping it. Steroids are awful children. New York-based Dr. Dr. Stuart Pfizer said the photograph is certainly dubious. Pfizer let the Day-to-Day Mail know that steroid use can disintegrate the skin's honesty, making it more vulnerable to harm, while additionally setting off hormonal uneven characters that might bring about skin breakout and balding. Games execution nutritionist Tom Coughlin additionally ringed in, taking note of that the issue kid would positively have motivation to utilize steroids and further develop his presentation, utilizing his technical knockout success against Mike Perry as an illustration. He's unquestionably not, I guess, put under a similar kind of examination as an expert competitor would. With regards to that, he added, yet neither one of the specialists thinks the image is an indisputable evidence, and they have absolutely no chance of definitively deciding if Jake is utilizing steroids without first testing him throughout the long term. Jake's indicated steroid use has acquired a ton of consideration. Previous UFC contender Nate Diaz even blamed Jake for involving steroids in 2023 in a humiliating untruth locator test film from June. His sibling Logan Paul even interrogated him concerning the claims. While connected to the falsehood finder, Logan inquired as to whether he was on execution, improving medications, to which the fighter answered in the event that taking Viagra counts. Yes, its presentation, improving sibling. After Paul gave a direct no, the test delegate finished up. He was coming clean. It has been recommended to Mike that his best chance of taking out Jake Paul might lie in the 2-minute adjust. The session among Tyson and Paul is set to be an expert match. However, it will highlight 6 2-minute adjusts as opposed to the standard 3, in spite of being 58 and 30 years more seasoned than Paul. Previous title holder Timothy Bradley is sure Tyson actually has the knockout ability to have an effect. Bradley said Mike Tyson thumped his butt child. At first, I pondered it. I was like, this is somewhat insane. However, at that point, I saw the principles. It said knockouts, knockdowns. It's true, it can happen. 2 minutes that will lean toward Mike Tyson. 2 minutes rather than three. For sure, consider it a 2 minute drill. He turns out in the initial 4 rounds like he's continuously blasting. He further added Mike Tyson getting him against the ropes, banging him to the body, hitting him with power shots. Come on, man, he can possibly take this man out. You realize that power is the last thing that leaves you. This is Mike Tyson. We're discussing 2 minutes. That is everything necessary. He can get the knockout. Take Disney Kid, the damnation out. Paul declared that it was Tyson who demanded making the most of the battle toward their authority records. Tyson, the previous undisputed heavyweight champion, hasn't contended expertly since resigning on his stool after 5 rounds with Kevin McBride. In 2005 anyway, he ventured once again into the ring for a display match against individual legend Roy Jones Jr. in 2020, which finished in a draw. Mike Tyson believed it should be an ace battle. Netflix believed that it should be a master battle, so I consented to make it a genius battle. The champ brings home all the glory, Paul said after the session was authoritatively reported, while Tyson added, "Yes, it's a genuine battle with Jake Paul." UFC star Michael Chandler trusts Mike Tyson can take out Jake Paul. The session among Paul and Tyson was at first set for July 20th, yet Tyson's arrangements were hampered by a Euler discharge up, so it was deferred, albeit the battle date has been moved to November 15th. There are still questions about Tyson's exhibition since he and Paul are 30 years separated in age. By and by, Chandler expects an engaging session in Dallas's A&T Arena. Regardless of its weaknesses, Jake Paul battled Mike Perry, who he offset by 20 pounds or so, and had 4 in of level on, and presently, Mike Tyson is 30 years more seasoned. Mike Tyson's around 60, and Jake's around 30. Chandler told Fortunate Block concerning Chandler's future in battle sports. His next UFC battle stays unsure. Dana White, as of late, affirmed that a possible matchup with Conor McGregor will not occur in 2024, leaving Chandler's impending session without a set date. He further added, "I love Mike Tyson. No one needs to see Mike Tyson get taken out, yet everyone needs to see Mike Tyson get Jake Paul and take him out. So I mean, you will watch it. I will watch. It's perfect for the sake of entertainment, not viewing. Confining is serious way on the off chance that you will battle night, and I'll presumably watch it." Prestigious multi-weight title holder Roy Jones Jr. has given a harsh wariness to Jake Paul in regards to the imposing test he faces and venturing into the ring with Mike Tyson. In spite of his age, Jones, who last faced Tyson in their 2020 show named Lockdown Knockdown, reviews with striking lucidity the crude power Tyson keeps on employing. When gotten some information about the battle in a meeting with Shane Mosley, Jones replied immediately to name Tyson as the hardest hitter he had at any point run over. R. Jones said Mike Tyson is as yet the most grounded puncher that I've at any point been in the ring with ever. Now, I believe he's 57, perhaps 58, yet he's as yet the most grounded puncher. Whenever he first hit me on my jawline, I felt like a donkey had kicked me in my chest. Albeit the session was formally proclaimed a draw, various watchers and Punch Insights proposed Tyson arose as the victor. The occasion was profoundly lauded, exhibiting that exhilarating experiences between resigned contenders can in any case charm crowds without discoloring their inheritances. Jones' comments convey huge effect, particularly with Jake Paul set to confront Tyson in an expert session this November. The significant 30-year age hole among Paul and Tyson has prompted extensive kickback, particularly since the battle will highlight less severe guidelines in spite of the analysis Paul has promised to build up for the match, a procedure Jones embraces as essential yet not faultless. Jones remarked on the off chance that he's at 230 that can make it extremely fascinating. Jake won't battle close, and he can't avoid him since Michael closed the hole excessively fast. I figured I could avoid him. I couldn't, and I know better at avoiding individuals than Jake is. Jones likewise cautioned that Paul's additional strength probably won't be sufficient to keep Tyson under control. Perceiving this, Jake chose to gain additional weight, understanding that keeping separation would be trying. While he probably won't have the option to keep away from Tyson completely, he trusts his expanded bulk will be sufficient to push him back and avoid him at all costs. Jones excused whether or not Tyson's age would dial him back, or then again assuming that Paul's childhood would give him an edge. Such contemplations don't exactly catch the truth of the match. The system is sound in the event that you can compel Tyson to withdraw, particularly since he's less viable going in reverse than he is propelling. Still, you've never confronted a punch very like his, so we'll need to keep a watch out how it works out as the battle readies. Jones' perceptions add much more interest to the enthusiastically expected experience. In the meantime, film has surfaced showing fighting meetings between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, furnishing fans with an uncommon understanding into the preparation schedules and battling styles of the two warriors. Tyson's presentation in the competing meeting was out and out excellent. In spite of his age, he displayed that his abilities, power, and ring insight are still sharp. His dexterity, capacity to land strong punches and keep a high beat all through the rounds obviously exhibited that he stays an imposing presence in the ring. The competing meetings among Tyson and Paul have elevated the energy for their impending authority. Battle fans are currently more excited than any other time in recent memory to observe these two competitors clash an expert match. Make a point to look at a portion of our different recordings on the screen in the event that you partook in this one.